Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're peeling back the layers, really getting into what happens before you even see a shovel hit the ground
Right.
on these huge mega projects.
That's right.
We're not just looking at the building going up. We want to find that, the hidden blueprint, the plan behind the skyscrapers and the massive infrastructure.
Yeah. It's a world where, honestly, projects often get won or lost way before any physical work starts.
Yeah.
Risks are either dealt with or, well, they get baked in right at the beginning. So our mission here is to look past the cranes and concrete. We want to show you the really complex, often totally unseen stuff that makes sure a project works, is safe, and that there's accountability.
Right.
This is where the real foundations get laid, you could say.
Absolutely. And it's this whole process that the public just, never sees, but it dictates everything, success, failure, the whole 9 yards for these massive buildings.
It really does.
So I've gathered some sources that sort of walk us through this whole journey, this multi-stage bidding process for mega projects. And our goal, it's to pull out the key bits of information, the real nuggets, to give you a shortcut into understanding this, frankly, pretty complex world.
Okay.
So, if we're peeling back these layers, where does something like a skyscraper even start? It's not the steel, right?
No, not at all. Fundamentally, it starts with the land. Simple as that, whether it's private land or government owned.
Okay.
The very first steps, you're looking at site assessments, checking for geohazards, geological risks, and then a really thorough legal check on who actually owns the land.
And I imagine that initial part blows up into a lot of paperwork pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah. It turns into this complex administrative marathon, is a good way to put it. There's a whole list of critical documents you absolutely need.
Like what?
Well, you need the land title, clear zoning, and environmental compliance certificate,
Right.
the ECC. That's crucial for meeting environmental standards.
Right, the ECC. Heard of that.
And development permits from the Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board, or HLURB. These are just hoops to jump through. They're vital checks. They protect the environment and, the people who might live or work there eventually.
Makes sense.
And something often missed is the social side. Sometimes you read local community meetings, these barangay consultations, to look at the social impact.
Okay.
And here's a critical point. Without the official, blessing from the local government unit, the LGU, the project just doesn't happen. It's stalled.
Wow.
So it's this really interesting mix of hard engineering needs and local politics.
It's easy to forget just how much administrative weight is behind these things. Think about the paperwork for, like, a small home renovation.
Right.
Now imagine that times 1,000 for a skyscraper.
Exactly. It's a whole different scale. Legal, environmental compliance, it's a maze.
Okay, so once you fight through that administrative jungle, then we get to the creative part, the design concept.
Yes, exactly. That's when the architect sits down with the owner. They hash out the big vision. Is it residential, commercial, maybe a mix? And they start sketching out initial design briefs, thinking about how the site sits, the path of the sun, traffic flow nearby. All that starts shaping the building.
And costs are coming into play even now.
Absolutely. Even at this very early stage, you start seeing initial cost estimate surface. And this isn't just back of the napkin stuff. It needs real coordination between the architect and all the specialized teams, electrical, plumbing, mechanical engineers. They need to develop realistic figures.
So the big idea starts getting grounded in reality.
Precisely. It starts turning into something that looks like a possible viable blueprint, with some early financial boundaries.
Okay, so the vision's sketched, some early numbers are there. How does that become, the actual detailed plan?
Yeah.
The engineering part.
Right. So now we shift gears into detailed engineering drafting. This is where the structural engineers step in. They define the foundation. Is it going to be a pile foundation, those deep columns driven away down?
Okay.
Or maybe a mat foundation, which is like a thick concrete slab spreading the weight out. Big difference in cost and stability depending on the ground.
And other engineers are doing their part too.
Oh, yeah. Electrical engineers are calculating the power loads for the entire building. HVAC specialists are figuring out airflow across every single floor for heating and cooling. It's incredibly detailed.
Wow.
And this is where geotechnical reports become super important. They tell you how deep to dig, how stable the soil is, what kind of backfill you need. It all comes from what's under the ground.
Makes sense. The ground dictates a lot.
It really does.
Yeah.
And this stage is also where building information modeling BIM platforms are, indispensable now.
BIM. What's that exactly?
Think of it like a super detailed 3D digital model of the entire building. It lets everyone see how everything fits together before you build it.
Ah, like a virtual construction.
Exactly. It helps prevent clashes, making sure, a plumbing pipe doesn't end up running right through a main support column.
Oh man, I can imagine the costs of fixing that on site.
Astronomical. BIM catches those things early, saves a fortune. And another key thing here is value engineering sessions.
Value engineering.
Yeah, it's where the owner, the engineers, the project manager, they all get together and basically brainstorm. They look for any over-design, ways to make things more efficient, find practical solutions that still meet the goals but maybe save some money, keep it aligned with the budget.
So it's about smart design, not just cheap design.
Precisely. Efficiency and practicality.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. Making sure every single tiny piece fits before anything physical is built. That level of detail is just mind-blowing. How crucial is it to iron everything out then?
It is absolutely critical. I mean, finding and fixing problems in that digital model, on paper essentially, is exponentially cheaper and faster than discovering them when crews are on site and materials are ordered.
Right.
This precision is what stops disastrous delays and those budget blowouts everyone dreads.
Okay, so detailed blueprints are ready. What's next? Sounds like a lot of talk.
You got it. Next comes a series of really crucial strategic meetings. You've got the owner, the design team, the project manager, everyone aligning on the path forward.
And this includes getting ready for the actual bidding.
Yes. This is when they'll announce the pre-bid conference. That's usually the first time all the potential contractors come together, meet the team, and really start to understand the project's scope.
Ah, the first look for the builders.
Exactly. And another really vital piece here is coordinating with outside utilities.
Utilities, like power and water.
Yeah, electricity providers, water districts, telcos. You have to make sure they're looped in and ready. Imagine building a skyscraper and then finding out there's no transformer schedule for the site for another year.
Oof, that would be a showstopper.
A massive delight, right? So you coordinate that early. Plus, you discuss site access, how construction might impact traffic, where materials will be stored, staging areas. Everything needs to be plotted out before you officially ask for bids.
It's like choreographing a huge, complex dance before the music even starts.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so then comes the official invitation. We're finally in bidding territory.
Correct. And the bid documents, they are incredibly comprehensive. It's not just how much will it cost.
Right. What's typically in there?
You got the invitation to bid, obviously, then the instructions to bidders that lays out all the rules, very important. The scope of works, which is basically the project Bible detailing everything to be built.
The Bible. I like that.
Then technical specifications, a schedule of materials, and the bill of quantities, which breaks down all the materials needed. It's the project's DNA laid out on paper. A complete picture.
And what if bidders have questions? Things aren't clear.
Good point. There's a formal process for that. Bidders can submit questions, requests for clarification, and any changes or official answers are announced through the bid bulletin system.
Ah, so everyone gets the same info. Keeps it fair.
Exactly. Fairness and transparency are key. And connecting back to the bigger picture, that bid price, it's not just one number. No, it's a detailed breakdown. Labor costs, overhead, a contingency fund for unexpected stuff, allowances for potential price increases in materials. It's like a really intense exam for the contractors.
Testing if they really understand the project.
Absolutely. Every single part of it.
Okay, so the bids are in. Then comes the big moment, right? The opening.
Yep, the moment of truth. Submissions are opened, usually in a public session, or at least one that's formally recorded.
And they check everything at once.
Not quite. First, they check the technical proposals.
Technical first, okay. What are they looking for?
They're rigorously reviewing the contractor's experience. Do they have the right equipment, the right manpower lined up? Is their proposed methodology sound?
And the price.
The financial proposals. They stay sealed, completely untouched, until a bidder is actually deemed technically qualified.
Ah, interesting. So you have to pass that technical test first.
Precisely. And there are strict disqualification rules. For example, if you're missing key documents, automatic fail. No second chances.
Makes sense. Needs to be rigorous.
Very. And here's something really important. What if a bid comes in really low, like surprisingly cheap?
Yeah, I was wondering. That sounds good, right? Cheaper is better.
Not necessarily. Actually, an offer that looks too cheap can be a huge red flag.
How so?
It could signal a big risk. Maybe they cut corners on safety, or they don't understand the scope. Maybe their quality will suffer. It often triggers what's called post-qualification inspections.
Meaning?
Meaning the owner's team will dig deeper, scrutinize that bidder's capacity, their finances, their plans, to see if they can actually deliver at that price without compromising the project.
So the key insight here is?
The lowest bid isn't always the best bid. Often it's not. You're looking for the most responsive and reliable contractor. The one who gets the complexities, manages the risks properly. That's usually who wins.
That really flips the script on just looking at the bottom line.
Yeah.
So, okay, a winner emerges. What happens then?
So the winning bidder gets a notice of award. That's the official, you got the job.
Okay.
That's followed by the formal contract signing, getting all the legal agreements locked down. And then finally, the notice to proceed. That's the green light. Go time.
The starting gun.
Pretty much. And immediately after that, it's all about mobilization.
Mobilization. What does that involve on site?
Well, the contractor sets up their site office, gets the temporary facilities running. They erect all the safety barricades around the site perimeter, establish all the safety protocols for everyone working there.
Right, setting up the command center and safety zones.
Exactly. And they also have to submit some critical final plans. Things like the detailed construction schedule, a really robust quality plan, how they'll ensure standards, and of course, a comprehensive safety plan.
Wow.
And this is the moment. This is where the project truly shifts. You know, it stops being just ideas and drawings on paper.
And starts becoming reality.
Precisely. It becomes tangible. Concrete, steel, glass. It starts to rise.
Listening to all this, it just puts the sheer scale of planning and the precision needed for every single mega project into such sharp focus. It's not just about building something big. It's about building it right, literally from the first piece of paper.
Absolutely.
The whole process, every little detail has to be transparent, accountable, technically solid right from the get-go.
It does, and it really illustrates that idea. Every skyscraper, every huge bridge, it's really built twice.
Twice.
Yeah. First, meticulously, detail by detail, on paper, or, well, digitally now. And only then, with incredible effort and skill, is it built in concrete and steel. That first build, the planning one, is essential, even if it's unseen.
That's a powerful way to think about it. Built twice. So maybe something for you, our listeners, to think about as you reflect on this journey we've walked through from concept to concrete. What blueprints in your own life, or maybe in your work, big projects, small tasks, doesn't matter, what could benefit from that deeper, more intentional planning? That idea of ensuring they're truly built twice for, success and resilience, something to mull over.